All right, we are here again for a new discussion, a very important one for that matter. And I'm going to go straight to the program. But before then, please, as always, help me click on the like button so that this video will get to many people to hear and to understand what Biafra Unite have to say. Many of you know him. Many of you, have one or two things about him. But we have to say it the way it is because I noticed that sometimes we may have a different opinion on one particular issue, and some people actually say that they don't that he's the best person to trust and to rely to get information from. But we are not here to do that. All I want you to make sure is that I'm not here to lie or to castigate him for any reason, for no just reason rather, but for you to see and hear what he has to say. I don't want it to be too long. Maybe it may be somehow long, but please calm down. We are here to learn together. Because anybody who has na ibe is here. So I believe that we are here to learn at the same time to understand each other. So having said that, pay attention to this.
Through the back door. You came back and you started telling me, Wachineke, ride on, through the back door. You thought I did not notice your names. I noticed your names, but I just let it pass. I just let it go like that. This time around, before you start telling me Wachineke, ride on, in no distant time, even Nagwagebo, in no distant time, or just few days from now, before Ibidona Chineke ride on, you must tender public apology. It will no longer be a business as usual. Because I know exactly what happened during the time of DOS. Everybody was focusing on DOS. Everybody was believing on DOS. Everybody was obeying all the order, any instruction from. But I saw that DOS has derailed.
Okay.
And I started exposing them from earlier stage.
Okay.
So you started insulting me from that beginning because your eyes were not opened. But you came back Nicodemously. It's not going to be like that again. This time around, because nobody you must tender public apology. Because anybody who thinks that Biafra Unite will suddenly turn against Biafra restoration or against Mazi Samuneba that I fought for with all my life, then something is wrong with your brain. You are very, very deranged. Yes. Because this is something that I put my life. I'm telling you the truth. I put my life on the line to do what I'm doing. No other person that is doing what I'm doing. I'm not boasting, but that is the reality.
Okay.
It's only me. Based on my position, my location, where I am, no other person is doing it. It's only me. Although I have left of course, the Babylon. I left the Babylon. Somebody to honor, this is reality on ground. You can hate me as much as you can. I don't care. The truth must be spoken.
So when you say you have left, after saying that you are the only one that doing what you are doing, which honestly I don't understand that, which you are doing, but it's best known to you. And you said immediately after saying that, you said that you have left the Babylon, meaning that you are no longer in Bongo. That's what I can make of. Maybe please, if you understand it better, you can just help me on comment section. What do you think that he actually want to say? What did he want to? What is the message that he want to pass by saying that statement? That's not what we're here. So
there's one brother, I don't remember his name, who always make that comment. The truth must be spoken. And I believe that brother is also here because I've seen his comment already. The truth must be spoken. If you think that Biafra Unite will now suddenly turn against Biafra overnight, then you need to go and check your brain. And you think no, they are no feeling that they are you know, they are your God. Worship.
We
Go
understand. I
and
understand
think
that part.
again. Something is wrong with you.
Okay.
Something is definitely wrong with your brain.
Okay. Okay.
And those who say, have you realized your mistakes? It's better you apologize. I have nothing to apologize.
Okay.
My hands have been always clean. My hands have always been clean.
You see, one thing I hate in a man, not even a man, even a woman, is too much pride. It kills. Too much pride is one of the most dangerous things to for one to have. Is everybody have this element of pride, ego? Everybody have that, but the way you manage your own matters a lot. The way you manage your ego, that is the key. People, according to what he's saying, it seems like people are calling him to come apologize for reading chatter. You use chatter to promote it, to put a Genkero. Because people would have gotten their deliverance as of maybe March, even January. Immediately, this our brother begin to sneak his neck out in name of reading chatter. He scattered a lot of. In fact, if Ogenkere wanted to have a house and car, wealth to dash people, this guy would have received that for just reading that chatter. None of them in Ogen camp talked about chatter. They don't even go there. You are the one that dig it out and use that to confuse many people. I know followers on this platform that reach out to me and say, "God, read chatter." That they were following what we are saying. They understand everything, but immediately they listen to you. They have no other choice than to follow you. That the chatter is the expressway. I'm not telling you what I don't know. Like there's a man following Van the Eggman. In fact, Eggman gave him spanner. That guy was holding spanner here. Adelile, a Yoruba man. He says he's a Yoruba, but I doubt. But that's our brother. No, not our brother. I don't know him. He's just an idiot. He was insulting himself a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Now it's getting clear to him. He's no longer he's no longer supporting Ogekere now, because Eggman has moved away. And honestly, I don't believe he's a Yoruba. He's one of the broadcasters, because one thing that he don't do is to call on any program. In fact, it seems like I'm debating from this because of that guy. Please just bear with me, okay? Like I said, I will try my best to make the video not to be too long. Please help me like the video, because you click on like button is another way of supporting the platform. I don't know if you know that. Click on like button, and if you have a group where you can share it, please do, so that people will get to understand that the message that we have, and they may also learn from this guy. If it's negative or positive, learn. Yeah, so it depends on how something that is positive to me could be negative to you. So I'm not here to force anything on you, but let's go.
Oh yes, there is absolutely nothing to apologize.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to apologize.
Nothing whatsoever.
Okay.
Because I have not committed any offense. Posing the evil and bringing to your notice what is going on in our land is not an offense.
You should apologize for reading
that these people have sold us. It's not an offense.
My own. You should apologize for that chatter act, because now you are no longer following chatter. That is why you are doing what you are doing now, and you know what you are doing. You know your role. Now listen.
I have nothing to apologize.
Okay.
Nothing whatsoever. At least I told you from beginning. I told you in December, when everywhere kata gudu gudu or bar everywhere, I told you in 6 months' time. In 6 months' time, excuse me, that you are going to see, you will know who is actually fighting for freedom. I told you in December. After telling you that this is the 7th month, on anybody who has not seen that nobody, none of these two individuals between Ogechukwu Nkere and Ngozi Orabueze, that nobody among them is fighting for Biafra, then you need to go to hospital. You need to go to psychiatrists and check yourself. After 7 good months, I gave you 6 months. If I was 7th month, you haven't seen.
Now, when you read the charter, honestly, that his program about charter, I have not listened to that too, because I don't need to waste my time on that. But the thing is that when you read that charter, what message do you think you are passing? And are you still following charter? Are you still following charter? That's my question. Because your charter promotes Ogenkere. In your own explanation about the charter, you promoted Ogenkere and Dodge. It's because you at the initial stage, because you're not acting as if you have never committed anything. Were you not the one that streamed the fundraising of Ogenkere? That is in solidarity or in support of Ogenkere. Then Biafra begin to raise eyebrow on you Mina back. This guy, come on.
You didn't see it. You have not seen it till now. I cannot call this story in social media. Propaganda everywhere. And every Saturday at go, Sunday at go. And now I drive you see Kedife Jega man. Fulani is taking over our land. And now I drive you. Then something is wrong with you.
Even if you don't want to apologize for any other thing, how about you apologizing that the fundraising that you streamed, the fully fledged demand the women? Is it not worth for you to apologize? But pride won't let you know. Pride won't let you do that because you are very, very proud of yourself. Very, very, very proud of yourself.
Our prime minister is in the court, is in the custody, going to court here and there. None of them is showing interest. Something is wrong with you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will lose Sobuna 2021. The first ever thing we did, let me not even say we, can use you as Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is our leader, who the mantle fell upon his hand. Mazi Simon, the first thing Simon Ekpa did, even though I know all the effort we all put through to make it happen, can use Godi Mazi Simon Ekpa as the heir, as the heir apparent to the throne. The first thing he did was to rescue the Eastern Security Network. Victor Mbwemena, Ibu Onyochie, Udodrege, God bless you. Within Doche in on our comment section, I can see you. I see your names. I welcome every one of you. The very first thing, of course, that very word, and with a few words in drop, scatter the kingdom of darkness. I can have argument here today. Now this very brig you see, this Biafra Republic government you in exile you see, is Ogechukwu Nkere brig, not Mazi Simon Ekpa's brig. That very statement is still putting fuel in the inferno that is burning in the kingdom of darkness till today. And few other words. And then I said, in 6 months' time, fuel. Now the kingdom of darkness till today. I've dropped some few words. Okay. And I'm going to drop another word today.
Now listen.
And
listen, he said he's going to drop another one. Please. The reason why we are here is because of what he wants to say. what you want, what is about to say now, is the reason why I'm actually trying to analyze. Somebody called my attention when we were streaming live yesterday. Okay, or let our if may use the word, but it was yesterday. We were streaming live when he was also live, and somebody said, "Look, this guy says something like this. I have no other choice than to check it out." And here we are. Please, even if you are busy all this while for the past 15 minutes, 10 minutes, this is time for you to watch chant again, so that we can know if we hear. I want you to hear it, then hit the comment section with your own opinion. I want to know your own. I want to know what your take on this particular thing that he was about to say. After reading chat, anyway, let me not analyze it before he says. Just pay attention.
Main word which I'm going to drop today is that na Biafra restoration, Biafra struggle has gone back to autopilot. This one, okay, from Neku now, is not going to sound well to the hearing
Honest.
of Mumokoko.
Okay. Imagine my brother, you are very, very funny. Learn how to respect people. Despite they have different opinion from what you have. You are talking, your message is in the public domain. You might not we don't know them. They know you, even though you are not like me, because my own is you can see me. You are just like them anyway. You are just nobody. Your listener can't see you. You can't see them. You can read their comment. They can't see you, but they can dictate your voice. So is that not Chinasa Woru's system of government, system of leadership? This is, if this guy, if you know how Biafran, how you were loved, or some people still love you, I can't deny that, but you are abusing the whole thing. People like you should not. You're not the only one that is doing that. Many people talking about Biafran freedom, the well-being of our people. Many of you have this character that is not, to me, is not a good sign of maybe a leader or an administrator, if I may, because what you are doing, you are trying to administer your own information. You are teaching, you are analyzing, which is good. It's not easy, but learn how to respect, at least respect people. Give some respect to people, even though you don't see them, you don't know them, or less those that are intentionally, choose to abuse you. You can push back. But now, no more simply because you already know that your statement is not. It can't. It's not. There's no way to go down to the ears of many Biafrans. Even though what you are trying to pass is like you don't believe in CS, you don't believe in no, so you now is autopilot. When Biafran was in autopilot, somebody was actually piloting that. But the reason why it's called autopilot is because of the condition. But now, who is going to be in position of PM when Biafran was in autopilot? Is it you? I don't think so. Is it Imam Madabo? You could say yes. Who? Time will tell. Now listen.
And I will explain the reason why I said so moving forward. I'm going to give you the lay down of everything I'm going to say today. Drop Rogia one by one. Biafra struggle has gone back to autopilot. Whether you believe it or not, it has gone back to autopilot, and I'm going to explain it. Whether you like it or not, it has gone back to autopilot. I will explain it to you. Now, before we come back there, in 6 months' time, you will know who is fighting for Biafra between these two persons. Obanita Bagononwa. Ngozo Rabeze can ecology story. Okay, have you now seen na Any Mazenam Dekano see anything he says on the microphone will definitely come to pass. You know why? It's not because but he's just a prophet. Me, I'm not a prophet. I always tell you I'm not a prophet. But take what I say for granted at your own peril. You know why? Because I come the altar. I come the altar.
Are you going to get dingy? Yeah? Are you going to get dingy here? I can get the altar. Oh, you can't get dingy. Can't you go? Because everybody, if you ask something, I can't do it. He asked my mom, I can't do it. See, of course, I can't get the altar. All the other goes are physically enough. Yeah? So, we can't get dingy here. Last time I checked, there was a rumor that he was transmitting cabinet meeting, leaking it out to some people, and you were being caught. In fact, that was why you decided to, resign from being in a media team. You chose to, operate as an independent broadcaster. So, and now when the whole katakata started, you came out and presented charter in a way, in a manner that you favor Ogenkere. Of course, as a backbone. Of course, I know. Now that Ogenkere that you presented to Biafrans, you are now trying to distance yourself from Ogenkere. You want to present to Biafrans now that info with the charter is no longer the way it's supposed to be. And some people who actually have faith in you say you should apologize. You are busy now giving excuses why you will not apologize. Very, very clean. So now that you want to, they are supporting nobody, and you are building another group, which is to you now. You have given them the name Autopilot. So maybe you don't like the way we are calling it Czech Republic, and fall back. I don't know, double fall back people. Some people said is Imam Madabo's government. Some said is Aisha, I don't know who's a government. So name Kanko. Now we have decided to come out and give it a name that is now Autopilot. Okay. So you guys are heading back to Autopilot. So that's the name, official name now. And last time you presented charter to solve the problem, can you also tell us which chapter in the charter is, has it that at this point after re-declaration of Biafra, that Biafra will go back to Autopilot? Because I remember when you guys were saying that if you read the charter, that you can't make mistake, that is a blueprint of how to run everything, how to sustain, how to survive. So is it still working? Is it still working? And I have not seen any of your condemnation about those who told Biafra Liberation Army to stop operating. You have never made any video or any analysis on that. But you are busy at pushing Oki to fire and what the name, Sample and Caterpillar. You are busy pushing them to see that they are working together without any evidence. My brother,
my hands are very, very clean. My hands are very, very clean. I have no any record of sabotage in this very struggle. Forget about you. Some idiot will make me you to where on their platform. No problem.
Thank God I'm not insulting you. This is my platform though, but here we don't insult people who don't deserve to be insulted. I did not insult anybody, did I? Maybe you are talking to other people, but which I don't know. But last time I checked, I did not insult anybody. I'm only, trying to re-echo what you said. Is that you can testify to that? So I think we are together. We are together. So there's no cause for alarm. I can get Dutch. That's what we are saying. We are saying the same thing though. Here we talk about Ndaka Fadocha, right? Ndaka Fadocha. So let me just allow him to continue.
I welcome everything. Some idiots can insult me as much as they care. I don't care. But the truth of the matter is that Biafra Unite is the one person who has no record of sabotage in this very struggle, especially since Autopilot. Because many of you, Matalon from Autopilot, many of you did not know much about me.
But please, excuse me, why is it that, because I noticed this, why is it that this class of people, they don't, when you reveal to them what they have done in the past, they don't seem to write on that. They keep on forging ahead and pretend as if nothing was said. We talked about Imam Badabov trying to resuscitate, not trying, they decided to resuscitate CRC, kind of to revive it back, to use that for their own gain. Nobody have made any analysis of that, no matter how long we said it here. And people going to the platform they're shying away from asking them these questions. They pretend that nothing happened. I know they have listened to they have watched our video. I know they have listened to people that said that actually revealed that. They don't talk about it. Is it true or not? Now, this guy, you read chatter, and people said there was a time you were in the cabinet meeting, secretly revealing what they're talking about in the cabinet meeting to people outside. And Gaddafi somehow get hold of that, and they drag it. Some people in the cabinet who seem to be your friend, of course. Why is an Nagoni is number one. I believe reach out to you and reveal to you what PM and cabinet members were contemplating on how to sanction and expose you. You quickly rush out and begin to tell Biafra. I think they said you summon an emergency meeting that you have something to say. You tender in emergency resignation just to make sure that in died code and you do not have the record that you are being sacked or being suspended. You decide to suspend yourself, and since then you refuse to work with anything government. You started acting as if you are, independent broadcaster, but you refuse to tell people what happened, what led to your resignation. What you started hearing is that I am on my own. I'm just broadcasting. I'm independent. But the record has it that you were there as a member. Then this thing happened. You quickly rush back just to cover some shame. So the question now is, have you talked about it? Is there any analysis, any information from you just to explain that to Biafrans or the people that are following you? You won't see anything as such. Listen.
Even though you know, but you didn't see me as much as that during the time of Mazinam. But before Mazinam, the kind of went so I had to go high already.
Okay.
10 things we learn from Mazinam Dekano's live broadcast. So we are already far. We have gone very, very far before Mazinam Dekano went so.
True.
Very far.
True.
Yes. But many of you, Matalon from Autopilot.
But Negarafa does not mean make you genuine.
I have no record of sabotage.
Not at all.
Akam Diocha. So everything I tell you, wait for it somewhere. It will come to pass.
Yeah, I can get Dutch. Man,
this Autopilot one now.
I'm not saying he's a sabo, because I know some people will misunderstand what I just said. What I'm trying to say is that there are some questions that he's dodging. Do you understand? And that question makes him, doesn't look good at all. Doesn't look good. But he's still shying away from that. He don't want to answer those questions. That's just the fact. He don't want to answer that.
I'm going to explain it. And you can't argue wherefore, not crazy. Now, before we continue, he's too pompous, he's too proud. No, all kakwamba nande proud. Monangwelo pride than nambo sabotua. It is better that I have pride in me than becoming a saboteur. You understand? Yes. I prefer to have pride than becoming a sabo in this very struggle that have claimed the lives of many. 7 months along the line, I cannot call a story.
It depends on your definition of saboteur. From my own point of view, few things that I asked here that one can also actually translate it to become to sabo or traces to sabo, that the issue of you leaking cabinet meeting out is act of sabotage. The way you presented, you reacted after Biafra has been redeclared, which you came out and did broadcast that somehow gladdened my heart. You said that you are giving them 2 weeks to come together to iron things out. That you are not going to do anything after 2 weeks. If they refer, then you now come out and tell Biafra your stand. My brother, a few days to run to 1 week, you did not tell Biafra anything. Next thing we started seeing is you reading charter. After reading charter, you immediately joined fundraising. Then, if you know what you are, if you know that what you are saying, that you have thought about it deeply, and you decide to make a decision, which you made, why did you not stand on that decision for long? Why did you just stop instanter? That is inconsistent. You were not proud of your decision, are you? Because you quickly step away from the man that you write charter for him or on his behalf. And your collaboration with YE Suches and Ago makes you a suspect. Still talking about this issue of sabotage. I'm not calling you a sabo. I'm just trying to tell you that these few things that I touched, one can actually link it to act of sabotage. Do you understand? Because tell me who you are. Tell me who you go with, and I will tell you who you are. If you are going with YE Social, whom everybody, apart from you and Sia, just a couple of this class of people, still see her as angel, that makes you a suspect as well. It's very clear. So everyone have a way of defining the sabotage, who sabo is and who is sabo is not. To you now, everybody may be sabo to you now. But to people, you are actually the instigator of sabotage, because some people are sabotaging without knowing they are sabotaging. Just like what PM said, some of you are in Kaba, but you don't know that you're already in Kaba. So my boy, I just want to bring this to you, and with these few things that I touched, one can relate, one can understand. It's not about anybody that said that you are proud of yourself. Your own pride, or your own pride somehow is not even average or like basic one. Your own is you have acute pride in you. That is just gospel truth. Because for you to say you cannot apologize, really, you don't know the gravity of what you did, and still doing it by telling why you said to do. See, if you are not in government, act like you are not in government. If you are not fighting as a government or building your own, act as one. You said why you said to go to protest in Finland. You announce protest in Finland. That is out of sabotage, because you are not a leader. I can go on and touch few things, but for the sake of the time, we are going to end it here. Just make sure you like the video and tell me what your own opinion. Based on what he said, are you guys moving to autopilot? Are you now going to autopilot? Is that what charter says? Is that what charter? That, because last time I checked, when you read charter, you say that is the roadmap. You cannot just explain, given this direction of roadmap, all of a sudden you are trying to build another road. So one can also say that is act of sabotage. People who believe in Ogekere and believe in the time when you read the charter can also see that as an act of sabotage. I remember what Eggman said when you move after the charter, you stop coming to them. I still recall what he said. Few weeks ago, his broadcast, even on your channel, you know that when he was insulting and calling you names. Why Israel is one that actually bringing all of you together now, which you have not. I don't know the level of your togetherness with you, because a lot is still going on. It will continue because of people like you that choose to say one or two things for people to believe that, and you can't really believe yourself after a couple of days. You say something, but you can't even stand on that you said after a couple of days. You read chatter, forget. Then after the chatter, you run away. You run away, okay, was stranded. Then you have already pushed people to get, then you step away. And in your own way of defining sabotage, please, what is the best English word for that singular act? What do you call that? I'm not going to say anything. So please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you again, and make sure you here on our platform and on our second platform. Bye bye, and take care of yourself. Take care. Bye bye for now.